Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Cinema Scumbags Movie Podcast. It is episode 180. Wow, what the fuck have we been doing for 10 years?
Nothing productive.
I'm Seth,
I'm Nick.
and we still have the same amount of listeners that we had 7 years ago.
Just like my life, nothing's gotten better.
But you know what? We appreciate each one of the five of you that consistently listen. And we told you we were going to be back, and here we are, 2 episodes in a row. Man.
It's typically when we give a soft "we're back" that we actually do something. Whenever we're definite about it, it doesn't happen.
I wasn't even sure if we were going to record today. I didn't hear back from you, but luckily I don't have a whole lot going on in my agenda on a Sunday, so, sure.
Sorry, bud. I just assumed that we were on the same page. I should have given you confirmation.
Nick is popular now. He can't text me back. He's too good to schedule a podcast time.
That's bullshit. I'll send text just super detailed, loving messages, and he doesn't even read them. I go in to text him again, and it's like, delivered, but not read. So let's just cool it on
Nicholas
that.
Nickleby.
Is that the whackness?
No, but you know what? I almost watched that last night.
Yeah. I haven't watched it. I haven't watched it in a long time.
Man, that's a great film. The Jonathan Levine classic, if there's such a thing. It's that.
50-50?
I like that one too, but I'm more privy to the whackness. Or what's that one with Goldie Hawn that was like really shitty that he did? It was like
Snatched.
Oh, Snatched.
With Amy Schumer. Did he do that one?
Yeah, that was him. I don't think he's made a movie since.
That was a one for them sort of situation.
Oh, yeah, one for them. It's one of those hired gun films, Hey, we need someone to direct it.
Let's see. So that was 2017. He did a movie. Oh, he did Long Shot with Seth Rogen and Charlize Theron.
Oh, you know what? I actually heard. I don't know. I've heard decent things about that, but it's just not a movie I'd want to watch if I had free time.
He did a Hulu show in 2021, Nine Perfect Strangers with Nicole Kidman.
Well, so much for what I said. He's still getting work with some big names.
I guess so. Yeah. Whoa, Melissa McCarthy. Samara Weaving's in it though. She's pretty hot.
Ooh.
So he's still getting work. That's good.
Good for him. I'd love to see a sequel to The Whackness.
Do you remember, like, early on when I moved here, I had that huge 50-50 poster that just hung up in the back?
Did you?
It was, like, wall scraping. Like, it took up the whole wall. I think I got it.
Why is it so big?
I got it when I worked at a theater, and it was, like, one of those big theater posters. I was like, I want that. That looks cool. And it's a picture of Joseph Gordon-Levitt shaving his head. There's nothing special about it. It's not
and then
attractive
Seth Rogen in the
or
back,
anything.
yeah. It's not a very visually appealing poster.
No, it's not.
What happened to it? Is it in the dumpster?
Yeah, I was like, this is so stupid. What am I doing with a 50-50 poster?
Yeah, that's the problem I've ran into. Like, now I've kind of used up my wall real estate, so I've got, 6 posters, but I'd love to have more. Like, I want to buy another one from that, that gallery that has the Pee-wee poster. Mm-hmm. They got so much cool shit there, but it's like, I also don't want to cheapen it up and make everything look shitty with a bunch of artwork on the walls,
Yeah. That reminds me, I was supposed to get a Saving Private Ryan poster from somebody that never came.
Is that AJ?
I think it was, yeah. What's going on?
Hell?
What?
Well, he sent me my packages. Thanks, AJ. You rock.
I guess we know who's the teacher's pet.
Actually, though, he just picked something up and then I paid him for it, so I reimbursed him.
He offered, so I'm not paying him for it.
AJ, if you're listening, we're not grilling you. I'll always like hearing from you and appreciate that Man of the House Blu-ray that I never showed off in an update. But man, you made my day with that one.
Yeah, well. What the fuck? Of all the posters to get my hopes high for.
The truth is, he actually sent it to me. I just haven't hung it up yet.
The truth is, I was just fucking with you to see what you'd say.
Oh man, how you been, brother?
Fine, just fine. You?
Oh, not bad. It's we had a warm week, and now it's 30 degrees again. So
What?
yeah, I was out catching fucking lunkers last weekend. Now I'm hibernating.
Well,
What the
you
hell?
don't have to try and catch a woman that way.
No, you don't. No, you
How's
sure don't.
how's the Tinder game out there?
You know, it sucks. I'll be honest with you. I think I've mentioned this before, but like when I moved back, I went on some dates and stuff. But man, I see the same chicks on there that I remember seeing like 10 years ago when I first got on Tinder when I lived here. It's like shit. I work with it. I work with this chick. This funny story.
Oh
Not really, but
God!
it's just kind of I don't know. It's not really a story or anything, but
Just shut up and tell it.
she would match with me. I would match with her. I matched with her once on like Bumble or one of those things. And then I saw her. I realized she worked my job. She was a little bit bigger. But I like just kind of, I don't know. I didn't say anything to her. I just unmatched her. But then she's like one of those chicks that there's people on there that are like obsessive about constantly remaking their profile. It's like they're weirdos. So she
Yeah.
always pops up and she always likes me. Ugh, and I see her every day, but we don't ever talk about it. It's really weird.
Do you talk in general?
No, I work like in the same building as her, but we're not in the same department. I mean, I'll say hi, but
Interesting.
she's, you know, nice face, but she's a little on the bigger side. That's okay. Some people are into that.
Nice dome. Do her from behind.
Wouldn't be an episode of the Scumbags podcast if we weren't judging women on their appearances.
And then quoting "World's Greatest Dad." Is that a plastic straw? And you're a
It's
little.
glass.
Oh, wow, that's fancy.
This is a homemade 48 hours, probably like 30 something hours steeped cold brew.
Do, do you have one of those like plant watering?
No, but that's called the pour over method of coffee making. I would like to try. I'm sick of using, I've always had a nice Keurig or something, but since I've been back here, I've just been using one of those shitty generic coffee makers that you'd see in a hotel. That doesn't give you the great coffee experience.
So do you have a fancy instrument now?
Well, I'm trying to get there. My hot coffee is still made the same way, but there's a coffee shop right across from my work. Dunn Brothers, not Dutch. Dunn Brothers.
Okay,
Same
copy,
sort of
but
overpriced shit, yeah. But $6 every day I was spending on an iced coffee or something. I can't be doing that. It's too
yeah,
much.
yeah. I stepped away from a lot of the Dutch stuff. Like I got it this weekend, but like most of the time I've got a coffee pot I just make stuff in now. And
Right. And
but
it's
I
okay. Treat yourself once in a while. But man, if you go every day, it's like fuck.
yeah, like
That shit adds up.
I stopped getting like I was drinking Folgers for a long time, and I started buying from this like this bean company that's in Ohio, and they have
Yeah.
all kinds of different flavors. So I got a grinder, and then I make it up in the morning, and or I make it up
Supporting the local Ohio businesses. I love that, man.
yeah. It's just
Great.
it's just better. And then for
Yeah.
a while, we were going to the farmers market, going to the Asian market. Like we were just
Yeah.
thriving with doing things.
So you grind your own beans.
Yeah,
That's
so
what I need to do. That's my next thing.
they do sell like ground up, but it's
Yeah.
fresher. Grind it up the night before, get it ready, and then just pop it on in the morning.
It is.
And
And the like if you buy pre-ground coffee, it's usually like fine grounds. But if you do the
Yeah.
coarse grind on a manual grinder, more robust flavors.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Coffee Talk.
it is more robust. Speaking of coffee talk, ever played it?
What is that? That game where you're like on dates with chicks?
It's not even that. You're a barista, and people
Oh,
come
that's
in.
pretty cool.
They come in and talk to you about just their lives, and they're like, "Oh, I want this drink," and like with the ingredients you have, you create that drink that they want. And
That's
it's
kind of interesting. I've heard good
yeah.
things about it.
It's
Is there a
it's
sequel?
Yeah, I think it's coming out soon. The guy who created the first one though died like last year or something.
What happened?
They didn't say. So who knows?
Hope we didn't off himself.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's cool. It's like a mellow game. It's like one of those lo-fi music, and you just
I like that. I like
people
that.
talk about their problems, and yeah, I've never
I
beaten
really,
it, but
I really got to stop buying buying games. Like, I'm done now for a while.
what have you been buying?
Well, I fell into that fucking MLB trap that we talked about. I've already got like 90 hours played on it. I just can't put it down.
It's ridiculous. Like,
Yeah.
there's so much content to try and get through,
And really, I remember you saying it to me, like, you don't really even care about playing online, and I'm really just going through like the missions and stuff, and just
yeah,
unlocking shit.
the mini seasons.
Yeah, I played 2 games online. I'm 2-0, but man, it just makes me nervous. I don't like playing
Yeah.
other people.
I think I played maybe like 4 games online last year. Most of the other stuff was just doing the conquest maps and the mini seasons. And
so let me ask, not to totally isolate the audience, but like there's the set 1, and the set 2, and the set 3. So like when the set 1 season ends, you can't use those cards anymore.
I guess it's different than it was last year. Like, it would be, they just called them programs, and they weren't sets. They were just cards specific to that program. And once that's done, like, you can't earn them. You'd have to buy them.
Oh, okay. Man, I just dropped 40,000 stubs on a Lou Gehrig card.
Oh, you mean that, like, that one you get for completing the Infinity or whatever?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you've been playing it, haven't you?
No, I haven't, but I do watch
games.
There's a couple people I watch that play it. That's how I kind of keep up with what's going on.
Yeah,
so I don't
I've been
feel
trying
like
to complete
to play it. And...
Right. I've been trying to complete the collections and stuff, but man, some of those cards, I just don't have enough stubs, to buy everything.
It took me a long time, especially when you have to try and get the Angels or teams with ridiculous players.
I did actually pull the Diamond Shohei from just a regular pack, though, the other night. So that was pretty fucking badass.
Shit. Yeah, I remember I was opening packs, and like within 5 minutes of each other, I got a Acuna and a Tatis. And those were they were expensive at the time.
Yeah, I think that's what makes it addicting, is like the pack opening. It's almost like a real life thing. You just always want to get the better, the best.
I don't know. Something about collecting those cards. I like the card designs, especially ones of like packs I've had before.
Yeah, it's cool.
But
I really
play with
stepped
the
up my MLB game. Yeah, I know. It's like all the wow, cool. Got a virtual Jorge Posada. Okay.
Yeah, it's the journey more than anything.
It is.
And then you get it, and you feel satisfied for 2 minutes, and then it's like, well, what did I do?
I would always buy MLB in the past, and I'd try and play franchise. I'd get like 20 hours in. I'd get frustrated because I can't hit. I really focused on dialing in the hitting. Like, I feel like I'm pretty decent at the game now. Like, I could,
it's just
give a good player a run for their money at least.
Yeah, it's just practice and knowing what to lay off of, and a lot of the times it could just be the camera.
I bought these cheater devices. It's the Control Freak, so it raises the analog stick.
How does that cheat?
Well, it sounds stupid, but when you try it, like, because it extends the analog stick to move the PCI, so you don't have to move it as much. Like, you just have to almost twitch your finger. It's fucking great.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah. I'm Seth Yarrington. I'm endorsing Control Freak. Virginity Controllers.
My name is Nick, and I'm endorsing Steam Deck.
Ooh, man, I love that fucking device. What you been playing on that?
Elder Scrolls Online.
Like, is it running smooth?
It stutters a little bit. Yeah. Like, I think it's just a natural thing, but it's like in big combat scenarios, like group dungeon combat scenarios, it runs pretty well.
Yeah,
but
I wouldn't mind trying that again. I bought it when it first came out. It just was wasn't really developed yet,
Yeah, it's insane. Well, the first time I played through it, I was lost because there's so much to do, and now the second time, because I had to restart, it doesn't carry over from Xbox, so I feel like I've learned so much more about what to do, like daily tasks and dungeons, and like how to get the most XP, and it's an in-depth game.
I meant to tell you, there's a site called Fanatical, and they sell like mystery bundles of Steam codes. So this was crazy. So like you can do up to 1 code for like $1, or you can do like 10 codes for like $7. And they throw in indie games, and I mean, there's a lot of shit. But every so often, they do they'll throw in like a $50 gift card, so for their shop. So I bought like a $5 bundle, and I got like 4 indie games, and then there was a code for $50 on their shop. So then I bought like some good shit, you know. It's a fun way to like build up your collection, you know, because I mean they throw in some good games in there.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean there's filler games and some bullshit, but there's also like I pulled out Wolfenstein 2 for like $2, and it's, you know, some good deals on that.
What's it called again?
It's called Fanatical. They sell like bundles, mystery bundles and stuff. It's fun. I mean, just add some more to your backlog.
Yeah, just what I don't need.
Yeah, and then I bought God of War Ragnarok for $30. Digital code. I thought that was a good deal. Fuck. I'm done.
Yeah. That's pretty cool, though. I might check it out. Maybe do one bundle.
I was going to like send it to you, but I'm like, it's better to like explain it to you.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I wonder how they like make money.
I don't know. I mean, I think they just buy them in bulk, but it was like the New Year's Eve or the New Year's promo where it's like 10 lucky people will receive a $50 gift code. I was one of them. I was like, holy shit. You know, I don't ever win stuff like that.
Well, now you can't say that.
Oh, well, once again, we've isolated the movie community, but good thing is most movie virgins also play video games, so you guys are probably right with us.
There's no trailers to talk about, so might as well fill it up with something.
Well, you know, any news or anything? You know what? I wanted to talk about something.
Okay.
That fucking Harry Potter series on HBO
my God.
That's coming out. What is going on with that?
I don't know, because they used the original music, the original
You made a good
logo,
point when you said that.
the original castle. So it's like, what's the point if you're just going to recycle everything again?
About once every couple months, you make a good point, and that was that was one of them. I mean, like, you know, what is that? If we're not doing anything different, and it's just starting to irk me because Harry Potter is from the 2000s. The first movie is 2001. Now we're remaking shit from the 2000s. You know,
the last one's barely 10 years old.
I know what it's gonna be like. I'm sure it's gonna really focus on a lot of the shit that was cut out from the movies. There's a lot of content there, but like, why?
I don't know. Who's gonna watch it?
Harry's gonna be black. Hermione trans.
Ron's
Harry,
still ginger.
Harry will probably be Asian. Gonna be crazy shit.
Obviously, I don't know. They're gonna rely a lot on the original.
Yeah.
I mean, why show anything if you don't have anything new to show? Why are you recycling what was already used?
Yeah, and I was honestly surprised that they're keeping her on as like a producer because, I mean, it just doesn't seem like, you know, that would be something they would even consider doing nowadays.
Yeah, unless they just have too much goodwill with her or something.
Yeah,
she's made them a shit ton of money. So
right. I mean, that was kind of the most shocking thing to me, though. Like a big thing like HBO, you know, even including her in it. Which that's a whole other discussion about, you know, what she may or may not have said. But I don't know. I mean, be interesting. Probably be shitty. I'd rather just watch the movies, to be honest.
Well, they seem like they're doing this weird rebrand thing. Like, they're not even called HBO Max anymore. It's just called Max.
Oh, yeah, they're merging with Discovery Plus.
Discovery, yeah.
Yeah.
And just cutting things, just randomly cutting things out of the... Which is another reason to stick with physical media.
It is. I mean, I don't know. I've been trying to kind of pivot back to, like, going to the shelf and grabbing a Blu-ray lately because it's weird. Like, the past year that I've been in my new place when I have my movies set up again, I don't know, it's almost like they're just there, and I just kind of ignore them, you know?
Sometimes,
sad.
yeah.
Yeah, because I remember back in the day when I lived in that loft and when I first set up my movies, it was just like, oh, God, I can go pick out a movie from the shelf, and now I'm just like, oh, let me see what's streaming, you know? Sucks. It's too much work to put a disc in.
Sometimes I do that, but it's rare. Not as rare as it used to be, but rare still.
I need to get back to that. I was thinking about just like starting at the A's and just watching every movie in my collection.
I mean, that'll get you through some of the stuff you never
Yeah,
have, and
and
probably
even
never
the
would
stuff that
watch.
I've already seen, just starting with the first on my shelf and just going down the line. I mean, it would
So
take 10 years, you know.
what would the first one be?
Probably 1917.
Okay, good
Yeah,
start.
that'd be a good start.
I was trying to plan to just go through every movie in my collection and find its value so I can value the whole collection.
Do a little appraisal on it.
Yeah, there's this this YouTuber I watch, Mystic. He like does PlayStation.
Oh, I like his shit.
Yeah, he just did a video recently where he went through his game collection and appraised everything. So just
That's cool.
just out of curiosity, really just try and see what the value is and see like what's
That's like a week-long
rarer.
project to do that, though.
I know. That's why I haven't started yet.
Like, yeah, I like his videos. I saw the one where I saw a couple where he would buy like a lot of games on eBay, a mystery lot, and just he'd pull out some good shit out of there.
Yeah, I like watching those videos.
Yeah,
I like
too.
his stuff. So maybe
So, I
one
don't
day
know.
I'll get get everything appraised and
Yeah. I was thinking about that too, though. Just like at least updating like the Blu-ray app and going through and get my collection up to date. But
yeah,
really, I don't buy them like not even close to how I used to.
I just at this point I kind of just buy the bigger ticket things that I know I like.
Yeah.
I haven't really been blind buying anything at all, just because I
Is that Boyhood a UK release? That 4K?
Yeah, it is, but it's only a 4K disc, so it's region free.
Have you watched it?
Yeah, it's not as upgraded as I would have
Right.
thought or hoped it would be. I didn't finish it yet, so I'm like halfway. It could just be like older cameras and
right.
maybe progressively gets better. But
That was kind of what I was thinking with that. It's like, I mean, I think the Boyhood Blu-ray looks really good. I mean, that's I don't know how much better it could be, but I was tempted when I saw you post that.
Yeah, I'm glad I have it, but it wasn't the big upgrade I thought it would have been.
Yeah. See, and now Criterion is doing this. I knew they were going to do it. Everything's getting re-released on 4K. We already talked about it, but I'm not doing that. I'm not upgrading everything.
Yeah,
no fucking way, man.
Only things I really.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna upgrade Dazed and Confused.
No, well, that would be the one I would upgrade, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, like I've been burned too much at this point.
Yeah, I don't know. I will say though, their announcement of After Hours coming out. Whew,
that was exciting.
That one really got me going. I haven't been excited for a Criterion in quite a while, and that one did it.
I think a lot of people were excited for that one.
Yeah, that's a fantastic film. Griffin
I like
Dunn.
the artwork too.
What's Griffin Dunn classic?
Griffin Dunn, brother of Dominique Dunn.
He was great in My Girl.
And she was not alive anymore.
Oh shit! Yeah, you mean the Poltergeist chick? That's right.
Yeah.
Fuck, I was thinking Dominic. That sounds like maybe some dude actor I've never heard of.
Dominique Dunn.
Dominique, yep, the old Poltergeist curse. Thank God Craig T's still kicking.
For how long?
In case you fellas are, well, I'm going to say fellas because there's no women that listen, but if you're wondering what that was, it's an impression of the Bucktooth Kid from Poltergeist.
And silhouetted by the TV. His tooth is like...
Ugly little fuck.
Yeah.
Someday maybe I'll appreciate that movie a little bit more.
When?
Although I did like the video from Grim Life Collective where he checks in, he rents the hotel room from the end of the movie. He stays in the same room. Fucking funny shit.
Well, this is where Poltergeist was
filmed. Yeah, like, could you imagine going into the front desk and trying to explain that you need that particular room? Like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude?
Can I get the room that was in Poltergeist?
Oh, what? Can I get the room that was featured for 30 seconds at the end of Poltergeist? Wow.
Do you guys have rolly TVs so I can push it out of the door?
Got to do some reenactments. Oh. What else has been new, my brother?
Nothing.
Hey, I was serious about going to the Halloween H40 convention.
Yeah. I don't know how serious the other ones are. But...
Well, I mean, even if we just go, whatever. You know?
Yeah, I would be down for that. That would be fun.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't know. I need to come back to Phoenix anyways. Then we could just, we haven't been to LA in a while. Well, I haven't. I don't know when the last time you've been, but
probably when you went.
Yeah.
I don't frolic over there.
I need redemption on the Nick Castle photo, man. It's my last chance. Dick Warlock's gonna be there. He looked like he was gonna die 5 years ago when we were there. So.
Yeah. Well, have you mustered up courage in 5 years? Or...
No, but at least I'll pay to get in line and actually get a picture. I have no problem with that. Oh, talked a big game about how I wanted to meet Tom Atkins, and then he walks right past me, and I just stare at my feet.
Yeah, come on.
It's a fucking confidence.
I wouldn't have done it either, so I can't talk. But
it wasn't
the fear of him.
Yes,
the rejection.
Yes, it's not me approaching him. It's the fear of him saying, "Well, you need to pay and get in line like everyone else."
Yeah, exactly.
That's why. It's not. I don't care about saying something to him. It's, well, those people had to pay.
Yeah, he's really, I'd be afraid it would ruin any any idea, the thought of him just get in line like the other ones, boy.
That I could never watch the masterpiece that is Halloween 3 again.
Yeah, every time you watch it, you're gonna think of, well, you gotta pay for your picture, sir.
Oh, he was a dick to me. I don't want to watch this movie.
Yeah,
but
you're gonna think about it.
We should do that because I was serious about it.
Yeah, I agree. We should.
All right. That's a plan. Matt? Oh, Matt couldn't make it. He had a toothache. What a fucking ass.
Matt couldn't make it. He had an 8 a.m. staff meeting.
Yeah. Matt's giving driving lessons today. He's not going to make it.
Ooh. Driving lessons.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that.
What an ass, man.
Why don't you do your driving lessons on the way here?
Matt, we're getting close to having Matt back on. We're getting close to having Nick D back on, but it's just we gotta figure. We
can't play the fucking game with them whenever they want to jump on. We call the shots.
They will be on soon, though. So any of you OG listeners who, for some reason, liked those two guys, well, your dreams are gonna come true.
You make my dreams come true.
So what's going on in the world of cinema? Anything else worthy of talking about?
You see the Barbie trailer?
Yeah, we talked about that 2 weeks ago.
Did we? That just shows how much has been going on.
Yeah, that was the only topic we had to discuss.
I don't know. I'm just I'm not keeping up with what's new recently.
Same here. I'm having a hard time. I think we talked about it last week or last time we recorded, but man, those days of sitting around on a Saturday watching 5-6 movies, it just
and it's somewhat that, but also just I'm not interested in what's new coming out.
Yeah, that is true too. I mean,
I'm starting to take on the persona of, well, the older stuff is better anyway. Well, and
I mean, I always believe that there's always some hidden gems amongst the new stuff that you just naturally find, but really, I mean, I agree with you. It's a lot of shit, I think, and you got to kind of sift through it.
Yeah, but same. I think I go sometimes a week without watching something.
Yeah, I really struggle during the week with watching movies. To me, it's become a weekend thing, which sucks because I mean, I don't know. It's I wish I was one of those guys that could come home from work every night and put on a movie, but by the time I figure out what I'm eating for dinner and watching baseball, it's fuck, time to go to bed.
Yeah, it's the game takes up a lot of that time before.
Yeah,
and then lately I've been I want to play a game and.
Same. I did watch Cocaine Bear last night.
Oh yeah, it was on Peacock or something.
It is streaming on Peacock.
What'd you think?
It was not what I thought it was gonna be. It was but it was kind of entertaining. Almost some of those horror movies do really over the top, almost comical, gore and deaths and stuff. She did a little of that, which I thought was almost kind of ridiculous, but in a cool way. So
yeah,
I mean the bear looks like shit. It's a CGI suck fest, but some of the deaths were cool. So
Interesting.
It was kind of, I don't know, I think you might appreciate it for what it is if you just go in with low expectations, I guess.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have checked it out in theaters, but if it's on
No.
Peacock, something I can just boot it up, I'll probably check it out.
I'm not a huge fan of that being Ray Liotta's
swan song.
Yeah, I mean, he's like a real scumbag in the movie, and he also just kind of got it's kind of like he's phoning it in. Like, he just agreed to be in the movie and didn't really pay attention to what was going on.
Maybe he was feeling like shit, too.
He kind of looks like shit, so I don't know. But the movie was okay. A lot of good 80s soundtrack. There's a particular scene that incorporates Depeche Mode in like a great way. With the
well, that's why you like it.
No, but I like the 80s vibe, and yeah, it's some real good use of Depeche Mode. Just can't get enough. The bear's going on a cocaine fiend. Interesting film.
I get it. I get it.
If Elizabeth Banks decided to do like a straight up horror movie, I think it could be okay. It almost had like one of those, which is not really a positive thing to say, but it almost had like one of those crowdfunded Indiegogo, like, ridiculous vibes to it. So it was all right.
Oh, okay.
Other than that, though, I watched a Zach Braff film. That was all right. Seen that yet?
So,
hello.
Criterion had like one of their.
Hello.
Are you there? Are you frozen?
Hello.
Are you frozen?
Hello. Hello. Are you back?
Are you back?
I think it was my internet. Brian, get on that edit, will you?
Look at this. Look at this picture I got of you.
Oh, disturbing.
It is. You look like Pennywise. Like your eyes, like.
That's something you see on CNN after a mass attack or something.
Yeah. He was a disturbed man.
He was a little unhinged. Brian, clean that up, will you? Thanks, buddy.
Oh God, it looks worse. Like when I actually send it to you, just so you know.
Anyways, I didn't hear what you said, but I watched the Zach Braff film. Have you seen that yet?
No, and I'm not really like your guys' reviews have not really done much to make me.
Yeah, it was like, I don't know. If his name wasn't attached to it, you would never even guess he had anything to do with it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I agree. The Braff films need to have Braff in them to be full potential.
Like more personal.
Yeah, it was. Morgan Freeman was good though. I'll give him that. It was a really good performance from him, but it was fine. I don't know, whatever.
It was fine. But yeah, Criterion put out erotic thrillers. That was like their
on the channel.
Yeah, that was like their one of their little curated.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Curated thing of films, and I watched a few of them. There's one that I had watched years ago from Brian De Palma that I didn't remember much about, but it was Body Double, which is interesting. I think it was the first movie that Melanie Griffith did. And she looks very good in that.
I was going to say, yeah, young back in the day, yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. She was like a porn star in it, and I think, if I'm correct in remembering, is when she was discovered, she was like an escort or some sort of sex worker.
Wait, in real life she was?
I think so, yeah.
Hey, cool.
Which kind of doesn't make sense because her mom was Tippi Hedren. Like her mom,
right?
Was
like, would you have to get into that line of work?
Yeah. So maybe I'm talking out of my ass, but she plays the part very well in this. It's
cool.
It's the kind of ridiculous Brian De Palma stuff, like exaggerated.
Yeah, I'm kind of I'm kind of hit or miss on him. I like some of his stuff.
I don't know what it is about him. Honestly, it could be that documentary he did. I feel like listening to him just talk about his career and like behind the scenes stuff like gave me a new appreciation for him. But I've always liked him, like Carrie and Blowout and Just to Kill, stuff like that. So
That's why I've said it before, but Carrie's just one of those movies that it's great, but I don't like watching it because it just, I don't know, it's disturbing to me.
Yeah. There was another one I watched called Poison Ivy. It has a young Drew Barrymore and a young Sarah
like E.T. young?
No, like 17 young.
Oh.
Let's just say 18 for safety's sake.
It's no worse than me talking about Carrie Russell and Honey, I Blew Up the Kid. Was she 16 or something? Man, oh man.
I don't know. Let's just not talk about it.
Oh, okay.
But Sarah Gilbert's also in it, who is...
From Roseanne?
Yeah. So she, like, becomes friends with Barrymore's character, and she's just... Barrymore is just, like, doesn't come from a good home. She's bad. But she ends up seducing Sarah Gilbert's dad, and, like...
Oh, I thought you were... I thought you were going to say seducing Sarah Gilbert. You know, everything she's in has got major lesbian vibes.
There's definitely some tension between the two like that, but it's mostly between the dad and who's played by Tom Skerritt. But she like weasels her way into their life, and some stuff happens.
I just watched a Tom Skerritt film last night.
Ted?
Any guesses?
Top Gun?
Cheech and Chong, Up in Smoke.
I've never seen it.
It's pretty good.
Big stoner guy.
Yeah. 420 just happened. Blaze it. Yeah.
But the one that I really liked, and I had heard a lot about this one before I watched it, it's called Bound. It was, I think it was the directorial debut from the Wachowskis. But it's got Jennifer Tilly in it and Gina Gershon.
Is this like some bondage film?
They're like bound together, just like
okay.
not literally, but
okay.
Yeah, Jennifer Tilly and Gina Gershon, Gina Gershon's working on a apartment next to her, and they're like attracted to each other, and they like get together. But Jennifer Tilly's husband, who's, I can never say this name right, but Joe Pantoliano.
Okay, yeah.
You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't want to butcher his name, though. I'd probably struggled with it as well.
Yeah, he's like a gangster, and he's involved with like a mob, and they come up with this plan.
I've never even heard of that Wachowski film.
Yeah, it's good. Like probably my favorite Wachowski movie. It definitely is. It's stylized. It's
sure.
It's just. I mean,
it's not saying a whole lot, but I can see what you're getting at.
You could see the beginnings of what their films would eventually be.
You could see the beginnings of Jupiter Ascending.
You could see the beginnings of their transitioning.
We don't talk about that here.
Definitely my favorite from them, and I thought it was very entertaining. Just a cool little mob story, and it's got a young Christopher Maloney in it, which is interesting.
Ooh, freak show.
All right, the devil.
Well, since we're all here,
how about a foursome? Who's first race around?
So good.
I think it's I was into it.
Hey, Kenny.
Hey, Kenny. How you doing, Gerald?
I heard everything you said.
Did you see my list of best lead chemistry films?
I did. I was actually going to make a smart ass comment, but then I saw Harold and Kumar on there, so I see everything when I only follow 10 people.
I know. I do every time I post something like, well, let's see what Seth's got to say about this. No, he doesn't do anything else.
Sometimes I feel like I'm bullying you, so sometimes I back off.
You know I can take it.
Oh no, I know, but like sometimes like I don't know, I don't want to always be a dick.
Yeah, how would you try being nice for once?
I'm trying to improve my character. Pennywise, you said? Wait, what's? I can't remember how to do it. I can't remember. Why can't I remember?
Are you trying to do like an Asian Pennywise?
Bela Skarsgård.
Oh, he's a Pennywise. Okay, I'm not gonna do that ever again on air.
Yeah.
On air.
Well, hey, this just keeps with the theme of the podcast since the beginning. Controversial. Oh, that Bill! What an actor!
I can't even. I mean, it just goes to show how good he is. We can't
Dad?
even do it.
I mean, Bill.
I mean, Bill. Pennywise. Did you ever watch Barbarian?
I did. Yeah. I liked it up until you find out what's going on. Then I didn't like it.
I think the first half is really, really good.
It is like when they're walking down into that, into the depths. It's like, okay, I was really into it. Like, what's down here, Yeah. And it got a little goofy, but that bottle scene was pretty jarring.
And
I mean, look, I'll give it credit for being original. That's what severely is lacking in horror movies.
I've seen that movie like 3 times, just showing different people it.
Yeah, I think that's one. If I go back to it, I'd probably like it a little bit more.
Yeah, like I don't love it, but I like watching it, if that makes any sense. Yeah. And I like showing it to people because I just like during that first half, like when they go down on the ground and he like bleh, bleh.
Well, yeah,
I just like I sit there like this the whole time watching people.
It's what's so good about it is you don't realize, like, you don't know if Bill is a fucking creeper or if he's authentic. That's what keeps you on the edge.
That is why it's so good. That is why it's good.
Yeah.
I did the same thing actually with Uncut Gems recently. I showed it to my friend probably a couple of years ago, maybe last year at this point, and then I showed it to T and my brother recently. He knew what happened at the end, so it was kind of a bummer, but I just sat there at the end watching T and just like...
Did she like it?
She did, yeah.
Obviously,
I love
that movie.
Jarring.
Yeah, I mean, that movie, it's an anxiety trip, but it's good.
I mean, when it happens, she's just like,
yeah.
Because you think, oh, he did it. He won the bet. And then... That's
the thing about that ending. Like, he's so overcome with, like, happiness that he, that he just forgets.
And he thinks that they're going to be happy about it, too.
Yeah, it's cool shit. And I don't care how big of a train wreck she is now. Jay Fox in that movie... Primo.
Yeah, she's all right.
Oh, you're gay. No, what?
She doesn't do much for me. I don't.
Oh my god!
I think it's the white trash aspect of her.
Not that big old butt.
I'm a boob person.
Big old turd cutter. It's a great film, though. I'd like to rewatch that.
Daddy.
I'm not a fucking athlete. This is my fucking way. This is how I win.
Let's get more athletes acting in films.
It's the best thing. What's his name has ever done? Kevin Garnett.
Kevin Garnett.
Yeah.
He played for Boston. I don't like him. He played in a city that I don't like, even though I don't watch basketball until right now because
I do. The Knicks are on and they're winning, baby. Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. I don't watch basketball unless the Knicks are in the playoffs.
I need to get my tickets for the championship parade because I'm going to be there. Canyon of Heroes.
Jonathan texted me the other day. He was like, oh, I got a couple tickets for Game 5 with the Suns and the Clippers, and my buddy backed out before, like, after I bought the tickets. Yeah, like $140.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, yeah, that'd be cool if it was free. I'd be, of course.
Yeah, I'm like, I think I'm busy.
I mean, shit, if like I'd go watch a playoff game like that for free, even if I didn't care about it, but I'm not paying for it.
Well, a few years ago, 2017 or whatever, the Diamondbacks in the wild card game, I went to that.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That was a crazy game, like back and forth. It was so fun. But
I mean, I would love to go to one of the, like, especially then when it was just a one-off game, that's it's a pretty big deal. Not everyone gets to go to a big game like that.
Yeah, that was like the Archie Bradley hit a triple game, like when pitchers were still hitting. It was fun, but I don't know. It's just that's a lot of money for.
It is, yeah. I mean, I'm sure he was just trying to recoup his loss,
Oh, I was annoyed for him, like.
Yeah, but he probably could have sold that real easily somewhere, or even if he just stood outside the fucking,
one ticket.
Yeah, or even if he took a little bit of a loss.
To me.
Yeah, I mean, he probably sold that.
Yeah, Yeah, but sports talk, baby.
Sports talk, game talk.
How about we talk about what we're here to talk about?
Should we? We really have deviated from the movie talk on the cinema
It's been bad.
Hey, we're talking movies now from here on out. What do you guys want us to talk about moving forward? Give us some topic ideas. Sometimes we run out of shit to say, you know? Like, we've done this topic 10 times, but it always works.
Yeah, I mean, we do it for different decades or different years, too.
This is a big year because Nick is also turning 30 years old.
Never thought I'd hear the day.
You know, it sucks. Now, it's just every year gets quicker and quicker. And mentally, I still feel like I'm 18, so my body's aging, but my mind isn't.
I know. Like, I feel like I'm the same.
Yeah.
I was maybe a little more mature, but not very.
So I went to, my cousin had like a...
Farts still make me laugh.
Yeah. My cousin had like a couple's, baby showers are usually for women, but they had one like for him and her, so everyone was invited. And he's younger than I am, but all my cousins have like gotten married and have kids, and I was there yesterday, and it was really nice. Good seeing him. Jake, if you're listening, man, happy for you. But man, all I could think about was like, God, I don't really want to have kids. It's just not really my thing. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, Taylor T's sister she would like watch her kid while she would work, and it's just
I just always think
he's a cute kid and everything,
yeah.
But just shut the fuck up.
It's really, it's like not even that, but it's like if I'm out doing something, or like, you know, I know I've got some free time coming up, I just think, man, I just want to go home and just relax. I want to, you know, I want to do my own thing. Right.
Yeah, that's the whole point of not, like, I don't want to be responsible for something like that.
And you know who I like spending money on? I like spending money on me. Yeah, that's right, baby. I could buy what I want, you know?
Not me, not Hermione, you.
But I don't know. I'm starting to think, you know, as I get old, I'm just one of those guys, you know? I don't know.
I agree. Yeah, the more time goes on.
Yeah, it's just, I value my time to myself is the big thing, you know?
Yeah, I agree. Fuck kids. Not literally, but like, like, you know, metaphor.
We know what you meant.
But yeah, I thought it was a special occasion to talk about movies turning 30, the same year that I'm turning 30. That is, I don't want to. It's
crazy.
I can't.
I feel like I just turned 30, now I'm about to be 33. What the fuck, man?
It really does go by so fast.
And then I had to do a health screen. My work offers a health screening where, you know, take your blood so you can get the insurance incentive where it's like $400 over the calendar year, of course.
Yeah.
All you have to do is go in there and get your finger pricked to check your cholesterol and stuff. That's it. It's supposed to be a 2-minute thing. I was in there for a half hour. I had to lay on the ground.
Really?
I almost fainted. Yeah. They were looking at me like I was, excuse my language, but retarded or something. Yeah. I said to the lady, she's like, all the color in your face is gone. I'm like, yeah, this is really embarrassing. You just pricked my finger, but I got to lay down. I'm going to faint.
Is it the feeling or the blood or?
It's the blood. It's her squeezing my finger.
Overthinking it?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, just so stupid.
I mean, the pricking kind of hurts.
It's like, I don't know how to describe it. Like if she would have just, you know, pricked the top of my arm or something, that'd be fine. I don't like my fingers being squeezed and grosses me out, man.
Taking your lifeblood away.
Yeah, but the good news is my cholesterol and all my levels are perfectly in line. I don't have diabetes yet.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah, well, I got a family history of it, so I'll probably have it at some point.
Yeah, I have a family history of death, so...
I think every family has that history.
So I need to be careful.
Yep. You got a lot of time left. Well, maybe.
Maybe I need to lay off the Little Caesars pretzel pizza first.
Dude, hey, that shit's so good though. Man, oh man.
It's so good. That is so good. And then T and I are gonna go to brunch after this.
Oh shit, where are you
They've
going?
got like
Sips?
uh, Fate Brewery.
Ooh, I've never been there, but I know about it.
Yeah, they've got like beer mimosas. It's like
Shit.
it's Blue Moon and orange
Ooh,
juice and
ooh, it's
yeah, like chicken
nice,
and
nice.
waffles. I'm already like planning it all out.
Now I feel bad. I was taking forever to get. You're probably waiting to go to brunch, and I'm
No,
fucking
they don't.
jerking
No, they
around with
don't.
my gay coffee.
They don't open. They don't open for another 3 hours, so it's
Oh,
fine.
good. Yep. Good for
I
you.
just gotta get off before the Phillies start. Wouldn't want to miss them playing the Rockies.
Man, I'm going there to
And
watch the Yankees in town in July.
Colorado.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my dad's about 30 minutes away from the stadium, and because now they
Have,
do the interleague shit or all the
oh
schedule,
yeah.
all the teams. Yeah, the Yankees are playing there, first time in a long time.
Have you ever been to Coors?
I haven't. Nope. Could check that one off. I've been to quite a few.
Coors looks cool. I mean, I'm I don't know. Never been to Colorado either, but I
I'm
always
really
like to
excited to.
check a
Go ahead.
stadium off my list.
I'm really excited to watch the $280 million offense struggle to score 2 runs. Can't wait.
Hey, I know the feeling, brother.
Fuck me, man.
It's April 23rd, and Castellanos hit his first home runs yesterday.
Damn. God damn.
He's hitting for average. He's just not hitting for power right now, which whatever. I mean, as long as you're doing something, but
I'm just kind of so far I'm bored. They're boring games.
I've been
they're
saying
boring.
the same thing about Yankees for a long
No,
time.
I'm just like
Boring uniforms, boring stadium, boring personalities.
like they're the only team that hasn't lost a series. I feel like they might lose their first series today. The matchup isn't in their favor, but
Who do
like
they
over
have
a
going?
season that's like 100 wins. That's good, but they're just boring games. Like they don't score.
I I agree. Like I've thought the same thing.
Yeah,
And they've made all these changes to make the games faster and more
yeah,
entertaining, and I'm just like less entertained now.
yeah. And I just think it's a problem with the team I follow. They're just like
I
fuck, they
agree,
cannot
yeah.
score.
I agree. Like leading the league in average and not scoring.
Yeah,
Like how do you
that's
lead
crazy.
leading the league in average and then leading the league in pitcher ERA is insane. Like you can't
Yeah,
get people across. How does
yeah.
that even work out that you
I mean,
have the highest batting average
yeah.
and you're not scoring?
It's just like I've almost come to the point now where like if the Yankees have the bases loaded with 0 outs, I'm like, okay, yeah, this will probably be 1 run.
Oh,
That's usually what it is.
I think it's no runs.
Yeah,
It's
that
gonna
happens too.
somebody's gonna strike out and then ground into a double play.
Yep, yeah. There's usually a double play involved, and then you're just like, just hit it in the fucking outfield so they can tag up, and then they hit like a little pop fly to the shortstop.
I I couldn't do it any better, but I do yell at the screen
Yeah,
a lot. It's
me
just like
too.
this is what you get fucking paid for. Just
Yep.
choke up.
Nope.
Like
Everyone
I
goes
will.
up there for the 5 run home run.
Yeah, it befuddles me that people will not change their approach.
Yeah.
To try and the only people on the team that do that are Bryce and Bryson Stott. They change
Yep.
their batting stances. They choke up. They
Yeah.
they don't take the
And that's
step.
something they teach you in Little League.
Yeah. And guess what? They're the better hitters on the team. Bryce, not so
Yeah.
much right now because he's not playing, but
Yeah. But I mean, that's like a fundamental thing. If you're down 0-2,
yeah,
choke up on the bat and put it in play.
poke it somewhere.
Oh, God.
I
Well,
should be a coach.
hey, me too, man.
But
I'm
I
going to coach
agree.
Little League, I think.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna take it real seriously. Like,
like any loser parent that coaches.
no, but I'm not a parent. That's the thing. I've got no attachment to these kids, so I can take it. Like, I'm gonna come in there with analytics and
All right, now little Billy.
yeah,
The thing is that he hits a lot of opposite field hits, so we're gonna shift him. We're gonna shift everybody onto the left
kid,
side of
you
the field.
suck. Sit on the bench until we need a runner. You're fast. We'll use you for that. That's it. Perfect.
Did you see that the designated runner they're talking about?
I don't like that.
I
I
don't
don't like
either.
that. Yeah, I'm fine
So,
with
so
some of the other shit. I'm fine with it, but just stop. It's enough.
I've gotten used to the pickoff thing. I've gotten used
Yeah.
to like even the pitch clock at this point. It's
I'm
so
okay with
stupid,
the
but
clock. Really, I mean, it's
I don't notice the games being that much shorter.
yeah.
And
But some of those dudes did take fucking forever to throw a pitch. Like
yeah, Yankees and
and
Red Sox in particular.
yeah, and I think there's certain pitchers that are really benefiting from it. Like Garrett Cole has really benefited from it so far because he's no time to dick around with the batter who's stepping out, and he's a fast mover.
Yeah, I don't see why you wouldn't want to be fast. Throw off the timing of the hitter and rush them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Here we go. Deviating from movies again. Right after you said we were done with that.
I know, but I've got thoughts.
He's got see. Now we don't see each other every day in person, so when we get on here, it's like catching up as well as whatever we're talking about.
This is like basically catch up with people watching in on it.
That's right.
Listening in, but it's just the only thing I don't like is that it takes away from the drama of late innings, like that time between pitches. Now it's just like you can't.
That's true.
You can't breathe.
Yeah, it's like, hurry up, throw the pitch.
Yeah.
Anyways. Wait until the first big game is affected in a way by that stupid shit, because it'll happen. You know, it will, like in a playoff game or something. Whew.
There was I think it was the Friday game. 2 of the Phillies players got automatic strikes called. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, that's great. Right off the bat, you're down in the count.
Yeah, you know the rule. You've been doing it since spring training. What are you dicking around for?
Yeah.
Call your timeout. And
part of me is like, okay, it's cool to make changes, and bring in more. The viewership is up like 6 or 7% this season so far, which is good for the game. But then another part of me is like, it's been the same way forever. Just leave it alone.
Also, the Phillies game's on Peacock today. Like, you have to have so many different streaming services just to watch the games.
Had to subscribe to Apple TV. Well, luckily I've got Prime, but fuck me, man.
And then MLB, and it's insane. Like, no wonder people can't watch. No wonder they don't want to watch.
Well, now I don't know if like other teams are doing it, but you can just subscribe to like the Yes Network app and get the games that way, which is kind of cool. But like, you could even do a watch party on the app. So like, if my dad was watching it, like we could tune into the game at the same time, like have a chat or something. Cool. But
I wonder if they just have because they're a bigger team, that they have a better selection of like how to watch.
Yeah, I mean that's new this year. If you were out of market, you had to go through MLB, but now you can just subscribe. But I still think I'll just stick to the MLB TV because they've improved that a lot too.
Yeah, I don't really have issues with it. It's just like I like to watch Diamondbacks games too, and I can't because they're blacked out. So
you can stream the minor league games now on MLB TV.
I know.
That's fucking awesome.
I haven't watched one yet, but it is cool.
Okay. Well.
Okay. We're done. Okay.
Cinema rules.
Yeah. So film's turning 30. The year was 1993.
Man.
I was born on a early morning at night. I don't know.
He was set outside 16th. Someone's porch in a basket like Junior Healy.
I mean, it would make sense. My parents don't have red hair.
Bad.
Let's see what we had going on in 1993 in film. I forgot that I typically do this, like see what else was going on, and so let's see. Actually, we're not going to do that. We're just going to go through.
Prepared as always.
I wasn't prepared for that, so we're not going to do that. Oh, okay, so October 31st. Actor River Phoenix accidentally dies of an overdose during the filming of Dark Blood.
This was in 93?
Yeah, October 31st, Halloween, Merry Christmas. The film was later completed and released in 2012. That's really weird.
Oh, shit.
That's actually kind of interesting.
It is, but it must be shitty because I don't know about you. I've never heard anything about it. I've never heard anything decent about it or anything about it.
No, me neither. Well, it's kind of... On Rotten Tomatoes, the film received 4 positive reviews and 1 negative one for a score of 80%. That's why you can't trust it. That's why you can't trust it. Why you don't.
Hey, we also have walked right where River Phoenix died. Not everyone could say that either.
Really? Was it down on...
Yeah, you were there. You had to have been there. I never went there without you.
Where were we?
Viper Room? It was the Viper Room. It was... We were definitely there. It was... I don't know if it was the last time we were there or one of the times before, but I mean, the Viper Room's closed down now. I believe it's something else. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we walked on that piece of concrete where River Phoenix perished.
Interesting. Well, on March 31st, actor Brandon Lee is accidentally killed during the filming of The Crow.
This one hurts.
I didn't realize that was 93.
This one hurts. I like that movie a lot. A lot. Freak accident. I'm not going to say Brandon Lee was the greatest actor to ever live, but
no, but
what a horrible way to go. He was a young guy.
Yeah. May 27th, actress Kim Basinger files for bankruptcy after a California judge initially orders her to pay $8.9 million for refusing to honor a verbal contract to star in the film Boxing Helena.
Oh my
As a result, Basinger loses the town that she purchased in 1989, Brazelton, Georgia, to her partner in the deal, the pension fund of Chicago-based Ameritech.
So, Jesus Christ. Why didn't she just appear in the film?
I don't know. I don't know. Especially if you're going to lose your town.
Yeah, I don't even know about that story. Interesting.
Art Garfunkel's in that movie.
Oh. Well, anyways.
And Bill Paxton. Oh, well, in that
cancer
case.
Card.
Oh, in that case.
Oh, he was Coconut Pete?
But this is not the best year of film. There's some good ones in here, but
well, I like how you incorporated some major events though too, instead of just talking about the films.
Yeah. Well, why don't we just go ahead and start here? One of the biggest films ever. One of your favorite films, not one of my favorite films, Jurassic Park.
Ooh. Why didn't I even think about this? Duh.
You fucking idiot.
I mean, come on. What, you don't like Jurassic Park, or are you just saying it's not one of your favorites?
No, I do. I love it. It's not one of my favorites, though.
It is.
Something about those Jurassic Park, Indiana Jones, Back to the Future. Like, I really love them, and we've talked about that before. Yeah. I didn't include Jurassic Park the last time, but like I love them, but they're not the ones I go back to all the time.
Yeah, and I kind of know that vibe you're talking about because I feel the same way with Indiana Jones and Back to the Future. Like, the first Back to the Future is awesome. I don't really like. People love that second movie. I think the second one's not that great.
I think it's fine. Yeah,
I mean, it's all right, but it's like I like the first one a lot, and the third one's whatever. But
yeah,
people talk about that second film, and I don't know. And I'm the same way with Indiana Jones. Like, I've seen them once. It's kind of like whatever. But I do love Jurassic Park.
Yeah, Jurassic Park it's solid.
Monumental film. No, it's not. It's more than solid. It's a monumental film that changed the way we look at special effects and the way special effects are incorporated into cinema. And it also uses a timeless animatronic approach that still holds up great, much like Jaws, where it still looks really good. I mean, yeah, the T-Rex, when it first appears, yeah, it looks, you could see it's a fucking robot, duh. But man,
yeah, but like
still intimidating.
Yeah, it's better than CGI.
Right.
Ooh, I just noticed your shirt. Cool shirt.
Thanks, buddy.
Or your sweatshirt.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Love this band.
A couple of their songs I really, really love.
One of the few bands that I really wanted to see live, but I never had the opportunity.
They're coming here with I think Under Oath is headlining.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Out of
it's
all
them,
the things...
Newfound Glory, what's the band that sings "Tell Me What You Thought About When You Were Gone Now"? Oh my god, I can't.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's like all those bands are. It's
one of the things I miss about living out there. You get every sort of concert and show that stops there.
Yeah. Oh my god, this is gonna bug me. I can think of them.
Was it Cartel or something?
No, it's We'll keep talking about Jurassic Park for a second.
Okay. Anyways, a great film. Even the CGI still looks pretty good. I mean, that's what really amazes me about that movie. You're talking about 30-year-old computer effects that still look pretty good.
Yeah. And good tension, like that, the whole sequence where you first see the T-Rex. I mean, that's just masterclass in tension. And I love that part. It's
iconic performances, Jeff Goldblum.
The starting line.
Starting line, that's it. Yep, that's it. You're right. I knew that too. I just couldn't think of it. But yeah, great. don't care about any of the sequels, though. Really, I don't.
No, especially the newer ones.
God, you get Sam Neill, Laura Dern, and Jeff Goldblum back, and that's what you give us? Dominion? Dumb Indian?
Dumb Indian.
Let's have Dr. Grant break into a science lab and steals a plant or something. I don't even remember the plot of the movie. It's got nothing to fucking do with dinosaurs anyways. Dumbass shit.
Stupid.
Give it a rest.
Yeah, Jurassic Park. I mean, the wild thing is, though, is that is not the only movie that Steven Spielberg put out in 1993. Perhaps one of, if not the greatest 2 movies in 1 year directors ever put out. Because he came out with Schindler's List as well.
Yeah, those are 2 heavyweights to be coming out in the same year.
Polar opposite films, too.
Yeah.
Polar opposites. I love Schindler's List. It's one of my favorite Spielberg films.
It's a great film.
Yeah,
I've only seen it once though.
I have a weird thing about liking to rewatch movies that are not typically rewatchable.
Nick's a big fan of the Jewish community being slaughtered.
What can I say? I just
Come on, guys, it's time for a shower.
Oh, you stink. Time for a shower. Oh God.
That's a great movie.
I have a thing for pain.
It's just one of those that takes a lot out of you, you know. To me, it's probably like I'm probably due for a watch, though. It's probably been about 7-8 years since I've seen it.
Last time I watched it in a not packed theaters.
That's right.
Yeah, which was, let's see, that was, goddamn, 2018. December 2018. See, that is another thing about Letterboxd that
depressing.
I don't love is that seeing when you watch things and how long ago it was.
Yeah, you're like, oh fuck, that was 10 years ago.
Yeah. But Schindler's List, one of the great films of our time, and if I had to say, would easily be my favorite movie from 1993.
Fair enough. Probably Liam Neeson's second best performance after The Gray.
That's a pretty good one. I don't think it's better, but that's okay.
I will stand by that until the day I take my last breath on Earth.
I could have got more.
That is a fucking...
This phone. I could have... This ocarina. I could have got more.
So good, man.
And Ben Kingsley, too. Like,
Sir Ben Kingsley.
Let me just say, too, that I have a thing about watching the realistic way people die in movies, not falling over like.
Sure.
This has some of the roughest, most real-looking deaths I've ever seen in a movie. It's just an entirely disturbing film, and Ralph Fiennes is one of the great villains.
Right. Voldy.
He is so good as a villain in this.
He's always
almost
good as,
like, as good as Voldemort.
Creep. Yeah, he plays a good creep.
Yeah, you see The Menu? You watched?
Yeah. He was real good in that movie. What the fuck?
Yeah, he's just got a creepy presence.
Yeah, it's just like anytime you just never know. Like when I was watching The Menu, it's just you don't. The whole movie, you're wondering what's with this guy. You don't know what kind of vibe you're getting from him, and that's what makes it interesting.
I still don't know if I got the movie all the way.
It was like some mass suicide art piece or something. I don't fucking know.
But like a critique on how everything has to have a special meaning.
Yeah, something like that. I thought it was good, but I didn't really dive too deep into the meaning of it.
Yeah, agreed. Well, I'm curious of your thoughts on this movie, because I feel like I like it, and I'm never too sure how much I like it, but The Nightmare Before Christmas.
I like it. Mm-hmm. And that's about it. It's never been a favorite of mine. I've seen it a couple times. It's nothing I watch every year.
I still think that Tim Burton directed it.
Yeah. Wait, he didn't?
No. He produced it, so it's Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas.
That's right.
It was a guy named Henry Selick that also did Coraline and but he came out somewhat recently, I think last year, and was not bitching, but it was basically like people think that this is Tim Burton's movie, and it's
Well,
I deserve credit too.
well, we can't. Nobody can help that. I mean,
Yeah, I mean it's just, you allowed the style to be Tim Burton's
I'm
style.
not even gonna lie though. I thought that was a Tim Burton movie.
I do every time. I always forget that.
And I was gonna say, out of all the Tim Burton stuff, like the animated, the stop motion, that's like my least favorite from him.
Mm-hmm.
Give me Pee Wee.
Yeah. Ugh, Pee Wee. I've never seen this one, but people talk about it. Groundhog Day.
I actually just watched this for the first time probably 2-3 years ago.
What do you think of it?
It's all right. I don't
That's
know.
kind of that's kind of the idea I've gotten from it.
Yeah, I think it would have been one of those that if I would have watched it when it came out, or when I was younger maybe, but I don't know. It was okay.
Yeah. Harold Ramis directed. Here's one that I know that you do love. Dazed and Confused.
I thought you said this wasn't that great of a year for cinema, but so far,
well, we have some heavy hitters right out of the gate.
We're getting the good shit out of the way.
It just just goes down.
Dazed and Confused, I know you're not the biggest fan of it, but
I appreciate it.
Yeah, there's something about that movie. It's Nick D would always call it the greatest hangout movie ever made. I like that term, hangout movie. That is what it is. Something great about that movie. It's an easy watch. It's just, I don't know what it reminds you of. It's something that it feels like it was from the time that it's set in. It feels like a movie from the 70s, which is, I always thought when I saw that when I was younger that it was an older movie. I don't know. It's great. I love it a lot.
Yeah, it's no Everybody Wants Some, as we all know, but
yeah, you're right about that.
It's all right. It's fine. It's
Is O'Banion in there? I hate that jerk. This is going to be the clip for the preview.
Is O'Banion in there?
What's her face in that movie that plays his sister? She was in Coneheads. I don't know what her name is, but man, she was bad in that movie.
Who?
Bad as in like super hot.
Is it Marissa Ribisi?
Probably.
No, that's not her.
No, that's the redheaded chick.
Yeah. Also Giovanni Ribisi's sister.
Yeah, whoever plays Mitch's sister. God damn.
Damn, Wiley.
Things have been rough.
I can't think of it.
Anyways, that's a great film, and Linklater's one of those guys like Danny Boyle that incorporates music almost perfectly. The soundtrack is, I've never liked fucking Aerosmith or any shit like that, but I mean, come on, when Aerosmith opens the film, Sweet Emotion, when that car's rolling in, classic shit, man.
Yeah. Speaking of classic shit, Hocus Pocus. I always thought this was 95 for some reason. I don't know why.
I didn't realize it was 93 either. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about this movie? Because it's got an annoying fan base.
It does. And I think I went through a time where I loved it, and then I went through a period of like, this is not that good. And now it's like a yearly watch. Like, I think I love it.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those movies that where, if you're watching it now as an adult, where we are so into like critiquing everything and putting a rating on it, you have to watch it with the mindset that it was a movie for kids in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for that, I mean, there's not very many movies I can think that capture the Halloween vibe any better. I think of that. I think of Trick or Treat. I think of the original Halloween. Those are like the three big ones that really capture the vibe. I like the movie. I think it's really good for what it is.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's the vibe for one. Like, that's...
Yeah.
The vibe is a very important piece for me as far as the film watching experience, and it's just
good,
the Halloween
good set
vibe
pieces. Yeah, good set pieces. Those three gals are great.
They really go for it too. Like I like to see that they're not afraid to be involved with the ridiculousness of it. They just give it their all.
I mean, we got Penny Marshall in the film. That tells you all you need to know about it. Good Lord, that's great.
Married to her brother.
some good shit, man. The hottest Sarah Jessica Parker's ever looked in her life is in that movie.
Yep, same thing with Kathy and Jimmy and Bette Midler.
Now, I will say, though, Hocus Pocus 2, yeah. Saw it once, forgot about it.
I still thought it was fun.
I'll watch it again, but it's just one of those, like, you should have made the sequel a long time ago.
Yeah, it's stupid, but there's some funny bits in it. It's the same thing. Like, you know what you're getting into with
it. That's true. I mean, I it's hard to judge it seeing it for the first time in your 30s, So if I was a kid, I'd probably love it. But I do love those Yabos. Did you say Gilbert Grape?
What's eating him?
What's the mom eating?
Tell me. What is eating Gilbert Grape? Tell me. You haven't been able to tell me.
Oh, is this your rebuttal to...
What is he eating? What is eating him?
He's being eaten inside by the struggles of his life and his emotions. That's what's eating him. And dealing with his Downs brother and his morbidly obese mom and trying to be the man of his fucking broken house that's falling apart. That's what's eating him. And dealing with the affair that he's having with Mary Steenburgen and her fucking husband. They're trying to be behind his back. And he's dealing with the competition of the big grocery store that's been built. So that's what's eating Gilbert Grape. And I've never heard you answer my question about What Will Come in the Night or whatever the fucking movie's called. As well
it's a
as
virus.
As well as I just answered that question. So shove it up your fucking ass.
Sounds gay. You said more words. Congrats. A virus comes at night. Like
what? I've never heard of a virus that corresponds with the time of day. That makes no sense.
Oh my god. The time of day has nothing to do with it. It comes at all times, but it sounds creepier at night.
Oh, does it? Maybe I wasn't paying attention.
No shit.
But I think I perfectly answered what's fucking eating Gilbert Grape because I love that movie.
I don't know. I wasn't satisfied with that answer.
Well, were you satisfied with the film?
Oh yeah, I like the film. I like the film.
I love the film. One of like 3 movies that takes place in Iowa. It's not even a real town in Iowa, but it's still great.
I haven't watched it since BL.
Man, that would be a perfect Criterion film. I've always said that. I will stick by that.
Oh, here's a regular Blu-ray for you.
yeah, pretty much. And you know what? I love DiCaprio. I think he's a fantastic actor. I was glad to see him finally win. And I've seen all his big performances. The best acting I think that he's done is his performance as Arnie Grape. Because if you didn't know any better, you'd think he was mentally challenged. It's a fantastic performance.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
he's very good in it.
Great. Just kind of one of those downer films, though. Like, it's kind of makes you feel like shit.
Let go! Why can't I do it anymore?
Dude, when Gilbert leaves Arnie in the bathtub overnight, that is some depressing shit, man.
Yeah, I need to watch it again. It's been a while.
What's her name is hot in that movie, too? Mary Steenburgen.
Ugh.
She's always fine.
Yeah, she's a gilf.
Yeah, one of the hottest 70-some-year-olds.
I forgot Juliette Lewis was in it.
What's Richard Jenkins say in Step Brothers when he's giving the speech? Just like to put my face between those breasts.
Yeah. Oh, what a film. Now we're talking. What a film.
Hell yeah.
Well, what about Mrs. Doubtfire? What are your thoughts on Mrs. Doubtfire?
93 was a banger, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. This could be the best year in cinema I've ever heard. Miss Doubtfire?
Maybe I'm just expecting more. Like maybe I'm
what are you
too
expecting?
high expectations. Too high. I'm expecting like 50 good films that have come out.
I mean, Miss Doubtfire is, I don't know. Is that a great movie? I think so. It's weird.
Well, it's another BL, so I can't say for sure.
Man, see, I think you need to rewatch Miss Doubt then. That's been a long time.
I remember liking it a lot.
I mean, it's a bizarre film. He'd probably
definitely
be arrested
not the way
in
to
real
go
life.
about things.
I mean, that's a lot of effort to see your kids. she's a she's a he she. Probably couldn't make that nowadays, but always hold a
Pierce
special place in my heart.
Brosnan.
Yeah, Pierce Brosnan. I loved Robin Williams. I mean, one of my favorites. Still the saddest I've been over an actor's death. Yeah, it's kind of a bizarre film, but it's entertaining. I don't know. I think it's good. I think it's a good movie. They don't make movies like that anymore.
Yeah, Chris Columbus.
Yeah.
Which is... Did you know Chris Columbus was an executive producer for The Witch and The Lighthouse?
I didn't, but as if he needed anything else great to add to his resume. Shit.
I know. Pixels
awesome.
is just so good.
Oh, love that movie.
Talk about a guy who hasn't really done much lately, though.
Yeah, but you get to a point where it's like, what else does he need to do? Why don't you just sit back and, enjoy the money? I get sick of working, too.
Ugh. Here's one that I do know for a fact I love. True Romance.
Man. Fuck.
What a year.
Fuck yes. Okay, we always talk about, like, chicks in movies and how hot they look and, like, oh, she's one of the hottest chicks ever put on screen. Okay. Patty Arquette in that movie falls into that category. She is alluring.
Yeah, that's the perfect word.
Yes.
She is a personality, for one. She's just like, she's not even just like physically attractive, but her character, like the personality of her character is so...
Yes. And those big tits don't make it any
that
worse.
Too.
Yep.
That too. Alabama. Alabama.
Great film. Actually watched it for the second time. When was that? Whenever the last sale Criterion. I don't know. Probably about a year ago now.
The Arrow.
The Arrow sale, or that was going on the same time Criterion.
June last year is when I watched it, so probably around that time.
Probably around the same time. Yep, that was.
Which also doesn't feel like it was that long ago.
Nope, I enjoyed it even more on my second watch. It is great.
Yeah, they're both like
so hot in that movie.
This is one of those films I should have put the good chemistry, because the chemistry between them is alluring.
Alluring.
There's so many people in it too. Gary Oldman, Hopper Dennis, Christopher Walken, Brad Pitt, Tom Sizemore, God rest his soul, Samuel L. Jackson, God rest his soul, James Gandolfini, God rest his soul, Val Kilmer, God rest his neck, Chris Penn, God rest his soul.
You know what? James Gandolfini, have you ever seen that movie Enough Said with him and Louis-Dreyfus?
No, but it's one of those like cheap Blu-rays at Zia that I always pass by, but I don't watch.
It's fucking good. It's really good. Yeah. Highly recommend.
When did he die?
Probably about 10 years ago now.
2013.
I was going to say 2013, 14. Shit.
That's crazy. Man. Just
all that gabagool. A lot of sodium.
So there was like a lot of the times I would see this, not an ad, but it would basically be like, put in your birthday and we'll tell you what movie was the highest grossing during the week you were born. And Addams Family Values was always the one that was the one that was the highest grossing when I was born.
Really?
Yeah, that's the film that I'm synonymous with.
Wow.
How exciting.
Yeah, of all the movies, that's the one. I don't think I've even seen that. I like the first one, though.
It's all right.
Yeah, it's okay.
I bought the 2-pack Blu-ray with both of them, and I think I sold it after I watched them.
Yeah, it's like...
They didn't really do a whole lot for me.
Yeah, it's kind of I've always kind of felt that way with the whole Addams Family thing.
This is more up your alley, just like you and the connection to the character, but Philadelphia.
Oh, because we're gay? Is that what you mean?
I didn't say that.
or Denzel, because we're black.
I didn't. No, I just meant like Tom Hanks.
It is a great film. I don't really, I've been very vocal in the past about how I don't really care for the courtroom settings.
Yeah.
It's one of the few exceptions, though, where I do like the movie. Certainly not one I need to watch over and over again. Not my favorite Tom Hanks, but it's a good film.
Yeah, Philadelphia is good. Haven't seen it in a while, once again, but Jonathan Demme.
Would you like it if it wasn't called Philadelphia?
You could call it Davenport, and I'd probably like it.
Philadelphia, the best city on earth.
Who's saying that? New York, the best city on earth.
And for the record, buddy, I don't even live in Davenport, so enough of that joke. Enough cracking on Davenport. I don't go there. Get shot over there.
That's just what you're synonymous with.
Bettendorf.
Downers
baby.
Grove?
Bettendorf. No, that's where fucking what's their names? Flick Fanatics. That's where they live. Jason Thunder, baby. Rick Dangerfield. Or Rick Danger.
1993's Naked. You ever see this one? It's Criterion. It's got David Thewlis, the one who plays Lupin.
Nope. Have you ever seen a woman naked?
Yeah.
What is? I've never even heard of this.
An unemployed Brit vents his rage on unsuspecting strangers as he embarks on a nocturnal London odyssey. It's like one of those night in the life movies. He just goes all over London.
Like After Hours.
Yeah. It's just he's so goddamn annoying in it, but it's
okay.
It's good. Ewan Bremner's in it.
Hey, Spud.
Yeah. It's kind of a bizarre movie, but it definitely has like that After Hours feel where it's
I like that.
Nighttime, the scum of the earth come out, and yeah, it's a good one. Let's see. I'm gonna just rattle off some names. Stop me if you want to talk about it, but we've got the likes of The Piano, The Age of Innocence, Carlito's Way, Falling Down, which I do like Falling Down.
I do like that too.
Yeah.
My dad loves Carlito's Way. That's like one of his favorite movies. It's one of the 5 movies he watches over and over again.
Yeah, it seems like a dad movie. Also, Brian De Palma.
Yep.
Well, here we go. The Sandlot.
Just watched this like a week ago.
I just watched The Sandlot too.
Why? Why is the real question.
Because I had the DVD growing up and I watched it a lot, and I just wanted to see, like, I knew it was bad, but I wanted to see how bad.
No, I know. It's like one of those things. Okay, maybe if I watch it now, there'll be some sort of redeeming quality to it, or maybe something I can do.
I knew there wouldn't be. I knew exactly what I was getting into.
It's not Brett Kelly's best performance.
Yeah, Brett Kelly is actually one of the worst performances. Like, he's like laughing, trying to deliver some of his lines, and it's bad. He's like you see him as Thurman Merman, and he's perfect as that.
Yeah,
he's in this, and he's trying to be an alpha, and it's not.
No, he's one of those guys. He's just always going to be known for Thurman Merman, no matter what else he appears in. Even Trick or Treat, like I like Trick or Treat, but it's just like Thurman Merman,
How can I drop me onto my own head? No, not on your head. God damn it! And the funny thing about this movie is that Small's brother is the main character, and they build up this wall. I think I told you about this.
I think we talked about this last episode, but that's okay.
Maybe, yeah. They build up this wall of washing machines to protect everybody from the Great Fear, which is the new dog that Mr. Myrtle has.
Right, we talked about this gigantic plot hole. Like, if he was related to Smalls, why wouldn't Smalls just say he's a nice guy?
Yeah.
Go over there and get the ball.
What the fuck? It is so stupid. Like, David Mickey Evans, get your storylines in order.
Oh, okay, we've talked about this before, though. Like, is The Sandlot really a good movie, or do we just have an attachment to it?
Probably.
No, I really do think it's a good movie. Like, I watched it this past 2 weeks ago. Just let me watch this as like somebody who's just kind of judging a film and seeing what it's about. The performances from the kid actors are great, which usually, kid actors don't work for me. They fucking annoy me. They're just all memorable. It's a cool story. It's a good baseball love letter. I mean, I think it's a good movie. Really good movie.
It's no Angels in the Outfield, but it's
I think the sequence of Squints at the pool is like genius shit. It's like the first time. This is like the first time I watch it. I'm like, this is actually like ridiculously stupid but funny that he like plans to slip the tongue
molest
to the lifeguard.
a woman.
Yeah, I mean that's genius. It's fucking funny.
I'll rattle off some more here. Tombstone, Ocean Waves, which is a anime film. A Bronx Tale?
I like it. Who directed that? De Niro?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You can tell he was going for like his Martin Scorsese thing, and it's got those vibes. It's not as good. It's not like it's not the same caliber of film as like a Goodfellas, but
it's got a good Letterboxd rating.
Yeah, it's a good movie. I probably slapped a 4 on it if I had to guess.
You did.
Yeah.
Last Action Hero.
Oh, stop the presses. That movie fucking rules, man. Have you seen that shit?
No.
Dude, listen to me. Listen to me, Smalls.
Dude, run!
Dude, run! Probably sounds ridiculous if you're reading the synopsis. This kid goes
it sounds
movie.
fun based on the synopsis.
He's got like a fucking magical movie ticket and it puts him in the Arnold Schwarzenegger action movie. It's fucking awesome, man. It's great. So like he's transported into the film set with the film characters.
Ooh, the chick who plays Miss Honey or Miss Vaughn from Billy Madison's in it.
Nice. It's a good film.
She's still hot in it.
I don't even remember her being in that. I just remember the villain. He's got a glass eye. It's creepy.
She's got third listing.
Oh shit. Guess I don't like the film as much as I thought.
Or maybe you just don't recognize Billy Madison.
I probably don't. I literally just watched that probably a year ago on 4K. It's good. It's a good movie. And I don't like action shit.
Yeah, I'll check that out. Demolition Man? God.
This year rules, man.
Maybe I was wrong.
Stallone, Wesley Snipes. I mean, it's Sandra Bullock. It's a ridiculous film. I mean, really ridiculous.
Rob Schneider.
But it's fun. One of those fun kind of like, those movies in the 90s that would try and portray the future in the 2000s. And it's like way over the top with flying cars and shit.
Yeah.
It's one of those. But it's great. That's not great, but it's fun.
Robin Hood Men in Tights. It's one of my favorite Mel Brooks films.
Never seen it. I don't know if
that's saying much.
Yeah, I don't really like your Mel Brooks slander there, bud.
Yeah, Blazing Saddles isn't very good.
Were you offended? You're probably offended by it.
No, I just didn't think it was funny. Like, I laughed at some parts, but his stuff is like hit or miss. There's like
his
not
best
really
work
anything.
Was Little Rascals.
Yeah. Young Frankenstein's good.
That's
like
a good
I'd
movie.
probably watch High Anxiety before I'd watch Blazing Saddles again.
Sounds like a biopic.
Yeah, right. It's like a take on Vertigo.
You don't like Gene Wilder in Blazing Saddles?
He's very forgettable. Very forgettable movie. Do it again. Yeah, I mean, there were some funny parts in it. Like, I wasn't offended by anything. I just didn't think it was very funny.
Okay. Well,
there might have been like one or two parts I really laughed hard at, but I can't remember what they are.
Now, I got to be honest. I haven't seen that in a long time. I might not like it as much as I remember.
You slapped it with a fucking 3. What are you talking about?
Oh, did I? Maybe I'm not a big fan of it then. Yeah, okay. You know what?
You're just a shit talker.
I'm just here talking about how much I love it. I do love Young Frankenstein, though.
Yeah, Young Frankenstein's good. I think you'd like Robin Hood Men in Tights. It's Amy Asbeck's in it.
Ooh, man, she is so hot. One of the most underrated hot chicks. Even now, man, I'd give it to her.
Yeah. I mean, she's a maid in it, so just think about that.
Lord.
Dave Chappelle. Oh, wow. Like, I'm seeing a bunch of people that are in it. Interesting. Okay. Shortcuts from Robert Altman.
Never seen it.
It's like a Magnolia, where it's a bunch of people intertwined in a story.
Interconnecting stories.
Yeah, really like that one. Very timely, but the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Oh, God.
Any thoughts?
Yeah, it sucks.
I haven't seen it.
It's bad. And, I always liked What's-His-Face, John Leguizamo. But, man, you hear all this shit about him causing an uproar about the new one? How it's not diverse enough. He's not even an Italian guy. What's he bitching about? Like, I don't get it.
I don't know. Like, Anya is... She's, like, Argentine. So I don't know what he's talking about.
And I always kind of liked him. I don't know. He's not a great actor, but he's always kind of entertaining when he's in. But wasn't a big fan of that angle that he's going on. I mean, it's fucking Mario Brothers. Why, you know?
He's just a guy that hasn't gotten work or something.
Right.
Which
he's
is
in
weird,
the menu.
He's in the menu. He's in the first couple John Wicks.
Yeah, I mean, he's got plenty of work. You can't be in everything.
Stuff.
And now I bet you they put him in the next one because he was bitching about it. I already saw an article about it. Like, what character could he play in the new one?
Luigi Mario.
I mean, he's a Mexican guy.
He says he's an American actor, so.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. Shut up.
Yeah.
You already had your chance in Mario. It sucked dick.
Oh, and homophobic. Real nice.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, now's when we're getting to the rough stuff. So I'll just name a few more, and then could probably be done with. You were talking about this movie the other day, Free Willy.
Oh yeah.
Was that a joke or like?
Yeah, Brian sent a picture of a heavier set girl. So I said Free Willy reboot. It's very fat phobic.
Classy. I've never seen Free Willy. Probably never will.
Yeah, it's not one you'd want to go watch now for the first time. I didn't really even care for it that much when I was a kid. I know a lot of people love it, but just never really did much for me.
Jason Goes to Hell, though.
That is one of the worst of that entire. That one and fucking Jason X are the two shittiest, in my opinion.
I don't even think I've seen those because I had the old box set when I went through and watched all of them, and they didn't have the last two.
Did you buy? You got the newer one, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, I've got to say, out of everything that I bought like day one for full price, that's one I probably could have held off on because you could still get it now, and it's like $80.
I mean, I was afraid it was going to go down the same rabbit hole that the Halloween set did.
That was my thinking. And even my copy of that is beat up. Like the box is fucking,
mine is too.
Yeah,
it's fallen off the shelf a couple times.
Yeah, I wish I had a pristine, box set. But
I can see the mark on it from here.
All my good shit is my Her Steelbook is damaged. My Halloween set is damaged. Fuck.
My Her Steelbook, the wrapping started falling off, so I had to take it off. And
oh, you had it sealed?
Yeah.
Nice. I wish I would have done that. My part the plastic thing on the front came disconnected a little bit, so now there's like air trapped underneath it. It looks like shit.
Oh.
Yep.
I still have my Boyhood Steelbook. It's starting to rip, but it's still in the wrapping.
Oh.
Rudy?
Man. We were talking. I quoted this movie the other day too. This is the greatest sight these eyes have ever seen. I don't care what you say, buddy. Yes, the movie's very dramatic, and if you've seen the real Rudy play, they don't even acknowledge it.
It's the same thing that happens in Invincible, the Mark Wahlberg movie.
Right.
Like the real play is like a quick punt return.
Right. If you were watching the real Rudy play when it happened, you wouldn't even know because they don't. I mean, it's so not a big deal. That being said, though, I don't care. I'm watching a movie. I want to be entertained. The movie is very entertaining. It's a great football film. Sean Astin rules. The ending is one of the few films that gets that lump in the old throat. It's fantastic.
Well, good for you.
Jon Favreau's best work. Ned Beatty, come on, man.
My son's going to play for Notre Dame.
My son's going to Notre Dame.
Yeah, not gonna play. Just...
if my coworker said that to me, I'd be like, "Oh, cool."
Yeah.
Neat.
Like, okay, cool. He's gonna be in debt the rest of his life too.
Good for him. He's gonna ride the bench on the football squad. Who gives a shit?
Ooh, okay. A good sports movie, finally. Rookie of the Year.
Now, you can't tell me that's a better film than Rudy. You just can't. You could say you enjoy it more. You can't say it's a better film.
Buddy. Probably not.
Look, you could say you enjoy it more. That's fair. But film quality, no fucking way. That would be so stupid to even say. I enjoy Rookie of the Year. It's a dumbass movie.
Just more entertaining.
Look, that's fair enough. It's a lot more quotable. It's like all
Better
the shit with
sport.
all the shit with Chet Stedman is gold.
The have to.
I have to.
The have to is what you use when you're afraid. It's like a Chet Stedman and Danny Glover in Angels in the Outfield mashup.
That's chicken tenders.
Chicken strips. Want some?
It's the best Salisbury steak I've ever had in my entire life.
You want some?
I don't do autographs anymore.
Could you sign it, Rocket?
Oh, look, you decided to show up, Mr. Celebrity.
Henry's been sold to the Yankees.
Now, see, that's where the movie, they should have made a sequel, because that would have been great. Would have loved seeing him playing in New York.
Oh, yeah. And then you can see his mental downfall when the media and the fans get to him.
He'd be
and then he
Sonny Gray Jr.
Joey Gallo Jr.
Yeah. See, even in that fucking movie, they had to make the Yankees the bad guys. Like, oh, that's the worst thing ever. He's being sold to the Yankees. Whoa.
Yeah, he's being sold to an industrial machine.
What a joke.
Like, Jesus Christ. Black and white pinstripes? Who gives a fuck? Like, the most industrial, boring team that's ever
black
existed.
and white. That's the White Sox. It's dark navy blue, buddy.
Ugh. Michael Kay might be the worst announcer I've ever heard. Just so boring. I had to listen to him announce the playoffs with the Phillies. I don't want to have to hear him say, "See ya!" whenever a home run gets hit by Bryce Harper. I mean,
Son, you sound stupid.
Just the most boring. Like, let him wear some fucking facial hair. Like, what kind of fascist rule is that you can't express yourself? You have to. You can't have facial hair. You can't have long hair. Yet you have to wear the boring uniforms, playing the boring stadium in the shit ass Italian smelly city. That.
Wow. Wow. First of all, you can have facial hair. You can have a mustache. You can't have a dirty beard.
Wow. Really letting them express themselves.
Oh, let me guess. You're one of those guys that thought they were real mean for bullying that bat boy the other day. Did you see that?
No.
Oh, the Yankees were in Cleveland. And Cleveland supplies the bat boys, the home team. It was a kid. The kid was wearing Yankee shit. He was the Yankees bat boy. So they cut to him and he's got real long hair.
Beard. The guy in the band.
Yeah, Michael Kay was like grilling him. He goes, "Now, rules are rules," and people freaked out. That's so mean.
Well, now it makes sense why I saw it, because they made a big deal about it.
Oh yeah, they made that. That's why I asked it, because it was like,
No, I didn't realize they bullied him.
Oh, they didn't. He was joking around. It was funny.
Rules are rules. Mr. Steinbrenner would not have this.
And then the next day, the kid was there, and his hair was tucked in the helmet. He was all cleaned up. So stupid.
What a fucking joke.
I like the
rules
traditional
are rules. Michael Kay would be the guy that would be like, I was just following orders. If somebody told
Michael
him to
Kay
do
is a great
something.
broadcaster. I don't understand you.
Oh my god. Like, his voice just... I can't deal with it. I'd rather listen to Paint Dry than listen to him talk about baseball.
Yeah, John Kruk is so riveting.
At least he has fun with it.
Kiss me, fat boy.
John Kruk is fucking fun.
Okay.
Now, Ruben Amaro Jr., bad. Very bad.
Damn, now he's broadcasting?
Yeah.
Man, he
drove the team into the ground after 2011, and then... Now he's announced. Oh God!
Where did that guy go from like general manager to like first base coach, and now he's
first base coach and then a broadcaster?
Holy
yeah,
shit, that's crazy.
A studio personality. God, I mean John Kruk is great, but anybody else they put in there is not very good. Not very good.
Moving on. I don't ever go on tirades like that about Philadelphia.
Well, you can't, because it's just better.
Okay.
I'm done with this. I'm tired of it. I can't deal with you anymore. Do you want to talk about Double Double Toil and Trouble, the Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen film?
No, I don't.
Things just fall off a cliff after a while.
What else?
So I think we're good on 1993. Unless you want to talk about Beethoven's second.
No, I don't. Was Charles Grodin in that one?
Who cares? Like, I don't. Yeah, he is in it.
Ooh,
Bonnie Hunt in the 90s was. I would like to get in that Bonnie cunt.
Oh my god! Yikes!
I would like to get in that bony cunt.
That's vulgar, buddy.
We found the sizzle reel, the preview clip.
Yeah, man, dropping the hard C word. I do agree though. We probably hit the only movies worth talking about.
Yeah. So, King of the Hill, the Steven Soderbergh movie. I really like that one a lot.
Never seen that. Heard good things.
It's on Criterion.
I'm more of a fan of the Mike Judge animated series.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Anyone? Hey, fellas, there's a new season of Beavis and Butthead out now on Paramount Plus. Dropped on 420. Give it a check. Out.
Did you partake?
On the holidays? Well, it's just another day.
It's just another day, brother.
Yeah. Andy, I'm sorry, brother.
I'm sorry, brother. Yeah, that's about it. The Phillies are going. I gotta go.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Big game over there.
Hey, if they win, one game under 500.
Hey, it's a marathon, not a sprint.
I know, that's what I keep telling myself. Trey Turner hit a home run. I love him.
It's very early. By the time the season wraps up, Anthony Volpe will be the Rookie of the Year. Hey, ladies and gentlemen.
If Corbin Carroll has something to say about it.
Episode 180. Man, how have we done 180 of these things?
Slowly and painstakingly.
This is 2 in a row. We're on the right track. Anything else, buddy?
I don't think so.
Let us know what you think about some of these 30-year-old films. What's your favorite film from 1993? What do you want to hear us talk about? We're on YouTube, youtube.com/cinemascumbags. We've got the Slacker Media page over there. You can find us there if you listen just on audio. Well, make sure you hop on over to YouTube as well. That being said, episode 180 of the Cinema Scumbags podcast in the books. Thank you guys for listening, and as always, go fuck yourselves.